Okay, what's up? Welcome to the Hip Hop is Art channel. This your boy Knuckles. You already know. I work for Rough Riders for over 7 years. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay locked in. This is where we keep you up to date and break down all things creative in the culture. Today, BET Awards is showing. Wish I was down there. Shout out to some of my people who work for BT. That's where I get some of my inside information. Um, but unfortunately, today I want to report. I don't even want to say a report. I really just want to talk about something that's unfortunate. Our brother, our beloved elder. I don't want to say mentor because mentor is more like super direct. He wasn't my mentor, but he did some mentorship for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about the right now, the late great legendary damn Danny Simmons. Danny Simmons passed away. Um I got a lot of phone calls and it was only right to me to do this tribute. So we kind of going. This is something new. This is we lost a few people. Shout out, I'm not shout out, but rest in peace to Nikki Giovanni. Um, Wish I had a copy of my book around, but she's another person who schooled me to a lot of the things that we doing right now. But Danny Simmons is a little different. Shout out to he lived in Brooklyn when I met him, but shout out to Queens. Danny Simmons is the he's the reason why I even know Russell Simmons or why I met Russell Simmons, which is to this day a super role model. Um, Even today, you know what I'm saying? Despite what people may think, you know what I'm saying? I mean, when I met Russell Simmons, when I met Danny Simmons, I felt like I kind of made to a different level of accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? At that point in my life, I probably said it before. My grandmother, rest in peace to Alice Knuckles. She was getting older, and she was like the person who was like holding me down the most. And I was working for Rough Riders. I was doing my thing, but I still didn't feel like I made it. Made it. And when I got my book deal, I got published. The book didn't come out yet, but I got signed. I got a nice little check. That was when I felt proud to report back to my grandma, like, yo, we did it. We did it. All the phone calls, all the late night meals, all the, just the talk she would give me. You good, don't worry, you doing your thing. She would almost get mad at me if I wasn't like working hard enough or if I was worrying about other stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? She never told me to stop to do something else. You know what I'm saying? So she was on the phone with all her friends, like, Dawud, he's working with she would call Russell Simmons Richard Simmons. The funniest shit ever. But today is about Danny Simmons, right? So I actually cause my background, I was in the studio at the time. So when I wanted to get more into visual art, the first idea was Danny Simmons, right? It was like Reverend Run is a rapper. Um, Russell Simmons is manager slash label business guy for hip hop. Danny was the visual artist. So that whole family is embodies what I'm doing right now, right? Hip hop is art. They're the Holy Trinity. Those three brothers, right? Just come from a creative background where and we would have talks like there's no like hip hop isn't different from like Reverend Run isn't different from Danny Simmons. Danny Simmons isn't different from Russell Simmons. You know what I'm saying? As far as what they're doing, it's different mediums. You could be an architect building houses. You could paint the house. You could perform while the house being. It's all art, right? So we would have talks about that, and I want to give a tribute to, you know, without him, I probably wouldn't have got my book deal. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't have the company I have, and I just want to show love, appreciation to our late great brother, Danny Simmons. So here we go. Danny Simmons, the quiet architect of hip hop's artistic soul. Hip hop has always been bigger than music. These are conversations that we would talk about, right? I remember one time he said, it might be on video. I'm gonna put some video clips in this too. I remember he used to be like, I asked him, I said, how come the visual artists don't get like the news and publicity that some of the visual artists get? And he smiled, he was like, nah, the visual artists, we be fucking up too. We rock stars too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas get high, niggas trash out, like, and like I remember like he just put me on the game, like, nah, niggas be on their shit. You know what I'm saying? And he said niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this like representing black culture in America. Shout out Black Art in America too, Najee. Um, it was just like talking to like your uncle, father, you know what I'm saying? And like that's one of the things I love Russell Simmons, his whole family. Even though if he was doing like big business with these corporations, when you look at him, when you talk to him, you felt like you was talking to yourself. You didn't have to like be something different. You know what I'm saying? We dressed the same, we talked the same. It was who we were. And so this that whole Simmons family is fire. So all right, let's get back to the story. Before billion-dollar brands, sold out stadiums, and streaming records, hip hop was a movement rooted in creativity. It lived in graffiti-covered subway cars, hand-painted murals, breakdance circles, poetry, photography, the imagination of young black artists who transformed neglected neighborhoods into galleries without walls. That's hip hop right there. You know what I'm saying? The streets, um, the different mediums, right? You know what I'm saying? From poetry, spoken word, and also it's generational too. Like the same things we in the '80s and '70s, doing graffiti on the trains. That was we weren't able to be in art galleries, right, in museums. So the streets was our museum, our gallery, which was actually better because the whole world got a chance to look at us, right? If you go back to the '50s and '60s, motherfuckers singing doo wop on the corner in front of a garbage can, um, you know what I'm saying, or a liquor store or whatever, right? So it's just it's not something that just popped up out of nowhere. It's definitely Black American lineage. While many know the Simmons family through Russell Simmons' business empire or Rev Run's legacy contributions to hip hop, rap, Danny Simmons dedicated his life to protecting another pillar of the culture, the visual arts. He believed black artists deserve more than applause. They deserve opportunity, respect, and institutions that would preserve their work for future generations. So, Danny Simmons and Russell Simmons, I don't know if it still exists, but they had a nonprofit called the Rush Arts Philanthropic, and that's where I got in. We did some work with them. They invited me to the Hamptons, and I never left. Yo, ever since we didn't, we actually went there late. They used to have this a program, a fundraiser every year. We went up there, but we didn't pay to get in. But we were just like around helping out, whatever. And I got to see the Hamptons. Every summer, I took my family to the Hamptons. We did that until about COVID hit. Once COVID hit, things got weird. We kind of fell back. Shout out to Danya, CJ, my brother C, Chase, my oldest daughter Alyssa, and even my youngest daughter. She came to the last time. I kind of want to say the last time we came. So she was like this born. Got some flicks in there. Um, he just provided exhibits, shows for like cool new black artists, and that's where I got my game up. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's the new hot visual artist? The same way I was looking at like who's the new rapper on the mixtape scene. Danny Simmons, the Rush Arts Philanthropic, they was like the streets for visual art, whether you know or not. You know what I'm saying? So they was doing a thing with that. So I mean, I met a lot of artists. I met a lot of artists through his company. Um, Danny Simmons was opening doors for painters, sculptors, photographers, and creators whose stories reflected the same neighborhoods and experiences that gave birth to hip hop itself. His work reminded us his work reminded us that every great rap album begins with artwork. Every movement needs photographers. Every revolution needs painters, designers, filmmakers, and storytellers who give birth. Okay. Designers, filmmakers, and storytellers who give history a face. Hip hop has always spoken in more than one language. It speaks through rhyme, it speaks through dance, it speaks through fashion, it speaks through murals, it speaks through album covers that become cultural artifacts. This is what hip hop is art is about. You see everything I just mentioned: rhyming, dancing, fashion, murals. Hip hop is art. This platform I'm building is not just about music. You're gonna see fashion designers, you're gonna see architects, you're gonna see painters. Um, it, and the fight, the reason why it's hip hop is art because hip hop was like the lost medium or the last medium to be kind of respected. So that's why I use hip hop as like my main issue to fight for. But on both ends of the spectrum, my brother DeJaneiro, shout out DeJaneiro Jones. I'm gonna send you this clip, my bro. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm doing the it's crazy. This is yo, the spirit is popping right now. My brother DeJaneiro from St. Louis, another artist. Like we doing something right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send you this clip, my brother. You just hit me. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna text you. Right now, I'm doing a tribute to our brother Danny Simmons. So you're gonna see this in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna politic. We gonna work. I got you, my bro. All right. Danny Simmons understood that these art forms were never separate. They were chapters of the same story. As a painter and philanthrop, whatever that word is, he helped create spaces where black creativity could exist without apology. He invested in artists before they became famous. He believed culture wasn't something to consume, it was something to nurture. His legacy reminds us that hip hop has never been sustained by rappers alone. It survives because of the teachers, curators, community organizers, gallery owners, photographers, writers, and visionaries who protect its soul while others celebrate its stars. This is some of the things that Danny and I would talk about. He would put me on to. The One of the biggest lessons and things I go by that he taught me was he doesn't do anything if it's not pushing the culture forward. And I took that and ran with it. So with his passing, I'm gonna make sure I continue to focus on that. You know what I'm saying? That's our job. And when black people say the culture, you know what we're talking about. It's a wink, wink. Like, damn, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, all right, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. In many ways, Danny Simmons did for visual art what hip hop pioneers did for music. He created access where there he created access where there were barriers, possibility where there was neglect, and community where there had been exclusion. His passing is not simply the loss of an artist, it is the loss of a cultural guardian. As hip hop continues to mature, as not one of the most, but as the most influential art form movement, we should remember the people who work quietly behind the scenes to ensure black creativity will never be forgotten. Danny Simmons may not have sought the spotlight, but he helped illuminate countless others. That is legacy. Danny Simmons, rest in peace, my brother, my elder, now my our ancestor. Um, my condolences and heart goes out to the whole family. And we're just gonna share some good moments. I got some video footage, some pictures. Um, I don't know what to say because I, without meeting Danny, man, this microphone might not exist right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, me going to galleries and exhibits with my daughter might not be a thing the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I might not know certain artists. My brother, Dejanero Jones, who just text me, probably won't have my number. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, while you know somebody, you working with somebody, you become cool with somebody, like, you don't really understand how it's affecting your life until you get this kind of news, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been to this man's house. You know what I'm saying? He invited me to his house. Um, I was nervous as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It was when my book was just an idea. I had the art book called The Art Album. It's in stores now if you want to buy it. Um, he had like a bunch of like African masks and artwork like on the floor, the walls, everywhere. Like I was like, damn, like this, you know what I'm saying? My house kind of looks like it a little bit. He had a bigger house, nice brownstone. Um, but like, there's certain people who you just gotta give credit publicly to, like Danny Simmons, Jadakiss. Like these are people who helped me personally, probably ways they didn't even know. Where the 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 brightest thing about it isn't just about, okay, you may help somebody by mistake or whatever or not knowing, but like they never wanted nothing back for it. You know what I'm saying? Like Danny Simmons helped me get a check, and when I got the check, he didn't want nothing. Like it wasn't it wasn't like $1 million check, but it was his idea to get Russell Simmons involved with the book. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, he saw the vision as clear as I did. I'm in this crib. I got like a. It was like a mock up of a book. I'm flipping through the pages. I'm showing him the concept. He takes the book from me, and he's like flipping through it. He seen it. He's like he tapped into like my memory. He was like, oh yeah, right here. Oh, let me gonna do this. He just straight up went off on his own tangent. He take the book. After he was done looking through it, and I had to like re-steer the ship. I had to like go over to him and go back a few pages. Okay, yeah. On this page, it's gonna be like this. He passed. I'm trying to like no. Hold on, slow down, stay with me. We gonna go over here. This is right. This is where we gonna do the so. And so like, but I was kind of nervous because you don't want to like you happy somebody's interested. And when he was done, he was like, I gotta call my brother. Hold on. Boop, boop, boop. This guy on the phone. He called Russell Simmons right in front of me. And I'm sitting there like, I'm about to pass out. I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like it was his idea. It was his idea to basically like host a book, do it like him and his brother. And it worked out perfect because the book is called The Art Album. it's like half hip hop, half visual art, kind of like clashing. Danny represents the visual side. Russell represents the hip hop. It was, oh my god, like he got the idea and ran with it. Invited me to every Rush philanthropic situation, exhibits, parties, Hamptons. Man, man, great, great. But yeah. So I don't want to be too long winded. Rest in peace, Danny Simmons. The world loves you. I just want to kind of shine light on what you did, what you're doing, and I know you do a lot more than that. But if anybody out there watching this, continue his legacy. Continue to do the little bit of piece that I know about him that inspires you. Keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Let's pick up where he left off.